Now I will have.
And Nathan Coy is in the studio for a potential severe weather outbreak in the south, and we'll have all that and much more on this April 15th, 2013 edition of Size Eyes in the Skies as it starts right now.
It's Monday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And welcome back to Size Eyes in the Skies. I am joined by Nathan Coy. How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. The weather was sort of gloomy than what we originally first thought. We thought today was going to be sunny and warm, and we had that low-level cloud deck just built in. And
when I woke up this morning, 7:30 this morning, it was almost clear blue skies. And then an hour later, it was cloudy, flurrying, misting, doing whatever it was out there. It was kind of miserable, actually.
See, when I woke up at 8, I get the joys of sleeping in, but no, that cloud deck, I just made this weekend we got the heavy rain, which,
we did.
In fact, we've been getting a lot of rain, which is a complete 360 turn from last year.
Oh, much different story. Not only us, but many states surrounding us to the north, south, everyone, which is much needed because we've been in such a drought across the state, especially in the northwestern half of the state. But finally, I think when that new drought monitor comes out this week, there's going to be a significant that maybe we'll even be out of it.
Yeah, well, last week's drought monitor had a big reduction in drought. Southeast Iowa was at, I believe, 76% before. Now we're down to 16%.
Yeah, I think they're officially out of the actual drought
now. They're out of that. And then I know Northwest Iowa was improving, especially since they've been under snow, which for this time of year, what date was it? April 15th, and we're still getting snow.
That's another depressing fact. It just does not get better, and the folks to the north up in Minnesota and North Dakota especially are just getting hammered with snow, and they are under more winter storm watches and warnings. We'll have to take a look at that in the national forecast.
And hopefully Zach Mlcoch in his Iowa forecast has some better VEISHEA weather. But
I'm hoping so. If there's snow in that VEISHEA forecast, there's going to be some very angry people, about 30,000 of us on campus. So let's hope he's got good weather.
Well, with that, let's check in with Zach Mlcoch now. And, hey, can you promise some nicer weather? We have not seen that sun in quite some time.
No, we have not. We should see the sun the next couple of days. Definitely not tomorrow. We're going to be looking at some really cloudy conditions tomorrow and still some cooler temperatures, but it is going to be in the lower 50s, which is a little bit more pleasant than what it has been. Okay. Through VEISHEA, it should be pretty boring out there. We're looking at mid-40s to low 50s for most of the time, and actually temperatures don't start to kick up until like the Monday after VEISHEA. So kind of lame, and that chance of snow, we are calling a slight chance of snow that may come into Friday nights, but hopefully it's not that big of a chance. As I was saying, it's a slight chance right now, and we'll look more into it. Look more into it later on. But we're going to go take a look at the day planner for tomorrow. Starting at 8 a.m., we're going to have 38. As I said to Zach, we're going to have those cloudy conditions to start. 38 is going to go into 46 at 12 p.m. right in the afternoon. It's going to kick up to 51 just about 5 p.m. So right when you're walking home from school, going to get some dinner. Before you go out on your wonderful Tuesday night, then it should be pretty nice. But like I said, hopefully it will stay in the upper 50s, get there, come the weekend. Like I said, there's a chance of snow come Friday night. So.
All right, well, depressing words, but thank you very much, Zach. We're going to send it to our first commercial break. When we come back, Nathan Coy has a look at that severe weather outbreak, so you're going to want to stay tuned as Size Eyes on the Skies continues right after this.
And welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. I'm meteorologist Nathan Coy. Your national forecast, big temperature swings over much of the country right now. 30s to the north, but down in Dallas, they are currently at 86 degrees at this time. The southeast part of the state is certainly experiencing some of that warmth too, at 72 in Atlanta, but the east coast at New York City is just at 56 degrees at this moment. or those are highs today. Current temperatures at this time, there we go, still much of the same. 30s to the north, 80s to the south, and then New York's just dropped a degree off at 54. And St. Louis is pretty warm as well at 70 degrees. Clouds and radar, there's those pesky showers we had move through here, and those really kept our temperatures colder throughout the day. And we had a few rain showers, snow showers, sleet, whatever you want to call it out here. There's a low pressure system up here. You can see it spinning. That's going to pull off to the north-northeast, dragging a slight front through here, which won't cool our temperatures down too much for tomorrow, but that's why we've had those clouds hanging around. We're going to zoom into the south now, where we've had a risk of severe weather today. As you can see, there's not much going on right now, but as you can see, there's a couple little blips showing up here and down in North Texas, and that is the beginning of what could form a line of strong storms. And currently, there are a couple warnings down there on that cell. We'll take a look at those right now. Flood warnings right now for much of the upper Midwest, eastern Iowa for those rivers, high rivers from all that heavy rain we have received. But there is a watch down to the south. That is actually a tornado watch for eastern Oklahoma and northern Texas. And currently, there are some severe thunderstorm warnings in effect with that lonely cell. As I checked earlier, I think ping pong ball size hail possible with these storms. So if you know anyone down in that area, Dallas, Texas will probably be experiencing some of these storms soon. Make sure you give them a heads up. This tornado watch is in effect until 11 p.m. this evening. So certainly once the storms get going, they will have the threat at some isolated tornado activity as well. That threat is actually going to expand eastward. As you take a look at tomorrow's forecast, St. Louis is now going to have a chance of thunderstorms, and we're watching generally the same area around here for a chance of severe weather for tomorrow and again on Wednesday. Wednesday will be the main day, as the Storm Prediction Center has already put out a moderate risk of severe weather, which is only not many times have they done this, so it's certainly it could be a serious situation. It took a look at tomorrow's highs across our area. 52 in Madison, 44 in Minneapolis. That is, believe it or not, some of the warmest temperatures they have seen in a while, as they've been getting pounded with snow, ice, and a mixture of rain. Some thunderstorms down in Kansas City with a temperature at 49 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Here's your futurecast. Here's that front that moved through, bringing in some showers, maybe some storms out in Illinois and Indiana. Some snow spiraling out to the west, where you saw they have winter storm warnings and watches out there. Billings, maybe down to Denver, Colorado, could get some snow. And so you can see here we got storms starting to fire down in Oklahoma again, heading into Wednesday. And those could be very well strong to severe thunderstorms. And we're going to have to keep a close eye on that, because right now southern Iowa as well is under a risk of severe weather. Your pick city is Grove, Oklahoma. They're going to be in the middle of that moderate risk threat. Wednesday, 50% chance of afternoon and evening strong storms, but that high temperature is at 82. Some lingering storms on Thursday, but then they are going to clear out heading into the weekend with temperatures getting into the mid to upper 60s and possibly 70 by Monday. That's all I have. Back to you, Zach.
Look at tonight's trivia question. And dealing with that severe weather outbreak Nate just hinted at, how many times has the Storm Prediction Center issued a day 3 moderate outlook? Was it A, 2 times, B, 6 times, C, 8 times, or D, 12 times? And we'll have that answer and much more right after this break. And welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. Let's recap your trivia question for you. Oh, there's your answer. It was 12 times the SPC has issued a day 3 moderate outlook. And with that, we're going to send it to Zach Mlcoch at the wall.
Thanks, Zach. Yeah, I think I accidentally pressed that button, but sorry on everyone knowing. Right now, we have a 43 degree temperature out there in Ames. Northwest wind at 10. Dew point is at 32. So it's still a little dry out there, and we should possibly get a little bit of chance of rain into tomorrow. Current temperatures around the local area, we do have Fort Dodge at 45, 46 in Carroll, and mid to lower 40s in the middle of these states. Around the state as a whole, we do, like I said, 45 in Fort Dodge. And it's in mid 40s, not big of a temperature gradient throughout much of the state, which is actually pretty good right now. But like I said, we are still currently running at 18 to 20 degrees below our average high temperature. And like I said, we did cap off at 49 here in Des Moines, 49 in Des Moines, 45 in Ames, and like I said, more to upper 40s throughout most of the states, and still running 18 degrees below average. So that's the main story coming into this VEISHEA weekend. Clouds and radar, we do have some rain that Zach pointed out that's going to be moving off to the east and working its way through Illinois and into Indiana. We don't have too much rain coming in from that event anymore, which is the best part. Monday morning, we just have Monday night tonight, we do have just a lot of clouds in the area, and that's going to be pushing off over to the east as the day works on tomorrow. Coming to Tuesday, we do have some clearing down in Nebraska that could work its way into the states coming to tomorrow. As you can notice, the clearing that works out. We get a little bit warmer temperatures, as I'm forecasting a 51-degree high tomorrow, and so it should be pretty nice. Going into Wednesday morning, we still have a lot of clouds, and we do have a rain chance that will be working its way into the area come Wednesday midday to Wednesday night, and there is that possible slight chance of snow that will be happening Thursday. So not a happy picture out there. Lows tonight, we're going to have around freezing for much of the lower part of the state and upper part of the state. We do have a chance of snow that could possibly that could possibly reach the eastern part of the state, but like I said, hopefully it'll be out of the state before it does transfer into snow. Highs tomorrow, we're going to have 51 in Ames, 51 in Des Moines, and lower 50s throughout most of the state, so it won't be that big of a problem. Still 16 degrees below our average. Tonight here in Ames, we're going to have a 35-degree temperature. Chilly, light mix of rain, possibly. Like I said, most of the systems are pushing off to the east right now. And tomorrow we're looking at 51 and cloudy. It's not going to be blustery. Try to remove that, but it's still there. Still below average, which is the main story. And north winds, they're going to be kicking off to the northeast coming in to the next couple of days. So we will have the warmer temperatures Monday and Tuesday, as we say, 51 and 53 the next 2 days, but it will be getting a lot cooler, as you see. 48 on Wednesday, 44 on Thursday, and it's going to be sticking around to the lower 40s all the way until that snow chance Thursday, and so we don't want to see that snow at all. But coming into Friday, we do have mid-40s, and then Saturday getting back into the 50s, and a nice 56-degree temperature out there, which is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, the warm temperatures are not going to reach until the end of VEISHEA.
Well, a good point to bring up is there's no rain or precipitation on the forecast on Saturday for the parade. Last year, if you recall, we had those morning showers, and eventually the
temperatures stuck around to the mid-40s that day too. So maybe it's just the last swing push. You see that everyone is just, oh, VEISHEA's there. The weather is not wanting to do anything right now, and it's just going to keep sticking with us. Hopefully, it will break. Looking into the good old twisted data, we do see some temperatures breaking and some warm air that will be working its way into the end of April.
Well, so hopefully, because average temperatures are in the upper 50s. Or maybe
they're actually 63. 63 is the average temperature in Des Moines. As I say, we're still running 18 degrees below that.
Yeah.
And to believe that we thought we were going to have a warm spring, and it's still not there. We do get some chances at 70s here and there, but just fools us and throws us back right into the ending part of winter. So
yeah, I know. We have that hidden snow, which you, my friend, from the north, were talking about that the other day to me.
Yeah, as we looked last night, the model average was trying to show, 4 inches Thursday night and the Friday morning here. Then it went back down a little bit. We're thinking, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
And then the new one comes in just before the show, and it goes right back up. Not only for us, but, folks to the north, Minneapolis, Green Bay, Milwaukee, same
that's going to be the
story.
most hit. Just say north of here is going to be the one that you're going to have to deal with a little bit more. Becoming, like I said, we're going to have a 43-degree temperature on Friday, so you might have to deal with the snow come Friday morning. Whatever snow we do get Thursday, no matter the total is, it should be out of here by Sunday morning with the 50s we're going to have on Saturday. But it depends on how much snow we get, because it could make our temperatures lower come Friday with the snowpack.
We've been dealing with the rain here, but way up in Montana and northern Michigan.
They still don't.
Not Michigan, northern Minnesota. If I can get my states right, I should go back to school. But they've been having a big winter storm up there. 12, 18 inches is what.
Specifically, one state that mentioned North Dakota. Bismarck, North Dakota, if I believe, broke their all-time snowfall record for the month of April ever. They clocked in at over 17 inches of snow. Their old record was 15.2, I believe. So they pretty much shattered that record by over 2 inches, and they've had blizzard conditions. Schools are shut down, the interstates are shut down. So certainly, we complain about our weather, but it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, but it's a complete, like we were talking about earlier, complete 360 turn from last year, which is awesome to see, because the farmers are really loving it.
Yes.
And hopefully it continues this precipitation in May, June, and July. Hopefully we don't become dry after this.
As of now, the drought conditions are definitely receding through much of the Midwest. Illinois is practically out of it already, and eastern part of Iowa is looking pretty good. The main drought concern still lies around for the western part of the state, and definitely when you get into Kansas, Nebraska area, and into the Dakotas, you still see some prominent drought conditions. So obviously they're not the drought isn't still playing an impact that big enough on the weather, but you still can see a bounce back with extreme high temperatures in the summer again, depending on if the snow does get down to those deep layers of the ground. So if you see that rain breaking through, then we can get those lower temperatures in the summer, or else it's going to be another hot one.
But it'd be interesting when come this Thursday when the new drought outlook comes out and see
Yeah.
how the statewide really improved, because
Yeah.
that snow melt's starting to melt up to the northwest, and why they were still under severe risk up there.
Yeah, the
because-
northwest, but as of
hasn't melted off.
us and as you go east was not that
But
big of a
then
risk.
we're also, like Nate talked about earlier, that severe risk down to the south, and we're
Yeah.
really keeping our eye on Wednesday. Today and tomorrow don't look as severe.
No.
But Wednesday looks like the bigger day. I know there's a torcon of 6 in southwest Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's released by Dr. Greg Forbes on the Weather Channel. For those of you who don't know, but like I said, today and tomorrow there is that risk of severe weather, but it's not looking as significant. Chance of hail winds, maybe an isolated tornado or two. Right now, still wasn't any tornado warnings down to us, so certainly good news. Just ping pong ball size hail, or maybe a little greater there. But our focus is going to turn to Wednesday, as that moderate risk, as you said, only 12 times ever has it been issued. So certainly when it's on 3 days out and they're issuing that kind of risk, it makes you wonder what's going to come tomorrow, and then on the day one outlook on Wednesday. Could they have a high risk? Possibly having a moderate already. We don't want to say that there's going to be, and we are not going to say right now that there is going to be a tornado outbreak, because you could certainly have just winds and hail be significant for that moderate. But
It could get kind of antsy too compared to last week as well. So
Yeah.
it could be a little antsiness over there in the Storm Prediction Center, wishing that it would happen.
Yeah.
But we'll look into
we'll
it
have to
later
keep
on.
our eye on it.
Yeah.
Our Wednesday crew will be back on Wednesday at the same time at
really?
6:30. Yes.
Wednesday crew on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Huh.
So join us again on Wednesday right here at Size Eyes on the Skies. But for us, that does it for us tonight. So join us back here on Wednesday, and good night, Ames.